What's going on, everybody? Sorry I'm a little late. What's going on, meme dealer? What's going on, Bubbles? What's up, Damon? Hey, what's going on, Damon? Happy Father's Day to everybody out there. Y'all don't forget to call your dad tomorrow and wish him a happy Father's Day. Take him out, get him something to eat, steak dinner, mow his lawn, do an oil change on his car, vehicle, whatever. Go show him how much you guys appreciate your dads. Meme dealer, you're gonna moan into the phone. I'm sure your dad's gonna hang up right on you. Bubbles, I'm sorry to hear that, man. But if you have a father figure out there, wish him a good Father's Day. I'm sure I'll get a phone call from my nephew tomorrow. Wish him a happy Father's Day. How's everybody doing tonight? You guys been pretty good, Name Dealer? That's good. Bubbles, you got a father figure from an old black dude. Real nice. He gave you a free quarter on your birthday. Hey, that's what's up, man. That's pretty cool. Meme Dealer, you're gonna change your name? What are you gonna change it to? Bubbles, he's the best dude you ever had. He's like a homie. Yeah, it's funny how that works out sometimes. Maybe there's something more simple. Hey, Krupa, how's it going? Happy Father's Day, indeed. I should be expecting 2 phone calls tomorrow. One will definitely be a phone call, and the other one's going to be a text. You might make your old 360 gamer tag. Named it, or you still play on your 360? No, you don't. Hey, what's going on, homeless guy? Yeah, I've had my YouTube name. Well, I've got two YouTube accounts. The first one I had forgot I had made it, and it's almost the same as this one. And this one, I think I got 2014. I made it, and I just kept it like that. I couldn't think of any other YouTube name, so I just use that. What's going on, Lucas? Hey, what's up, Young D? Sorry, little. Don't worry about it, homeless guy. I don't expect people to be on time. Shit, I wasn't on time anyways. Unless I was gonna start streaming at 12. And I got delayed a little bit. Smoking some good kush. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. My brother was gonna drop me off some bud today. That he had bought me some because he's a truck driver. So he hits up different dispensaries and said he was gonna give me some, and I told him to hang on to it because I'm not really smoking at all. So I told him to keep it. I'll get some from him next time he swings back around in town. Yeah, yeah, indeed. He goes to a lot of dispensaries. He likes the ones from mostly likes California dispensaries and Oregon dispensaries, and then sometimes he'll hit some of the dispensaries in Colorado. Yeah, he was gonna give me some hybrid sativa dominant hybrid. Bubbles is dope as fuck. That I go live every night when you go to bed just to chill and talk with the homies before crashing out. The best weed you've had is from Ohio. Yeah, my brother's an indica also. He prefers indica because it helps him sleep at night, especially after driving for a lot of hours. But he knows that I like sativa, so that's why he got it. Sativa dominant. Yeah, he'll prefer indica over sativa any day of the week. I've never had weed from Ohio, Bubbles. I mostly have most of my weed from Cali. A lot of Cali weed, basically, mostly. California has, I'd say, probably one of the best bud out of anywhere. Yeah, see, indica doesn't put me to sleep at all. If anything, it gets me just as wired as sativa. You have night terrors bubbles. Almost got Happy Father's Day. You don't know if I'm a father, but I hope I have a good day. What are my plans? My plans for Father's Day: get up early in the morning, eat some breakfast, wait on my nephew to call me. He calls me every father. He always calls me every Father's Day. Every time for my birthday, he'll call me up. Ever since he was little, he's the one that I took care of for 3 years while my sister shipped out to Iraq and Kuwait overseas. So it's always been that's our thing. He always calls me, just every year, never forgets. So I'm kind of stoked for his phone call tomorrow, and then I'll end up making some steak fajitas later on to munch out and just chill for the rest of the day. Nothing big. Bubbles, you live in Columbus, Ohio, and your homie sells all kinds of shit. Cherry AK-47. That's good. He has a wide variety. Hey, what's going on, Andrew Palmer? Happy Father's Day. Like I said, don't forget to tell your fathers or your father figure or whoever raised you, wish them a happy Father's Day. You have PTSD from working the graveyard shift from your days living in Cleveland. Yeah, I've never worked graveyard shift. Even though I'm a night owl, I don't think I could because there's no way I'd get some sleep during the day at all. You got some loud bugs in your backyard, Damon. You're not sure if they're crickets or cicadas. They start making noise for like 30 seconds and stop for 2 minutes. You live near a lake or a pond or anything like that? You had a long ass day, Andrew. You helped your dad fix somebody's roof. Took y'all 10 hours, just you and him. Damn, damn, you're just now getting home 1:30. Yeah, Cooper, they could be frogs. Yeah, well, you got to jump by a bunch of kids working graveyard. They stole your phone and wallet and they emptied the register. That's when you decided to quit working graveyard. Damn, homie, that sucks. Yeah, I didn't have a long ass day, but not as rough as you did, Andrew. I had one of my neighbor next door. Damn, so both just 4 hours away. Oh shit! So that's why it was over 10 hours. Or is that including? No, that's not including the 4 hours there and back. I'm assuming. But I had when neighbors had asked if I could clear out her backyard. She had all this rotted wood, half pallets back there and stuff like that she wanted to clean out. Supposedly, she said she would pay me like $300 if I could load it up in the back of my truck and take it to the city dump because she didn't have a truck. So yeah, I told her last week just let me know whenever. So I had to wake up again early this morning because it's been getting hot over here. Temperature's been getting to the mid 90s. With the heat index nearing like 97, 98. So I figured the earlier I get up, the better I can beat the heat. And yeah, for me not having to not having to work, had to work or for a whole year or moving a lot like that. Yeah, that shit almost killed me. I was passed out a couple times. Man, I realized how so you used to getting out being so mobile, you know, as opposed to going to work and you're being very active and stuff like that. It took me like an hour and a half to clear up everything. I loaded my truck. I wanted to make one drive and one drive only. So I was able to load everything up the pallets, strap the back in. I had to leave the tailgate down because she had a lot of half pallets. I don't know where the hell she got them from. The load of that truck, my truck was loaded up big to the top, and I went and dumped it out and cleared everything out. I finally got back by like 11:30, noon. Took a cold shower, chilled, hung out, ran some errands, went grocery shopping, came back and just chilled for the rest of the day. And then my brother had some mail he needed to pick up, so I was waiting on him too. And that's what he was. That's why he wanted to give me some bud he bought me was because of that. I told him just to keep it. He got there around 1 in the afternoon and left at 9:30. It was last minute. You got a total of 4 hours of sleep. But you got lucky because my dumb ass last night, knowing I had to get up at 6 o'clock in the morning. What time did I get off with you guys? Like around 3:30, I think, almost 4 o'clock. So I only got maybe like 2.5 hours of sleep. You know, 3 hours maybe at the most. I didn't start till like 7:30. And I'm not a morning person, so for me to wake up 2 days in a row, it's at 6. Yeah, that was no bueno for me. Naming their frogs. Damon, how much sleep have you gotten? You start your new job tomorrow, Andrew? A 12-hour shift? Yeah, 4 hours and about two, Damon. Yeah, that desert heat ain't no joke, Bubbles. Doesn't matter what you got in that tent, you're still gonna feel heat. Yeah, I've never been a morning person. I hate waking up before 9 o'clock. I have a real bitchy attitude in the morning time. I won't be myself till probably like around 10:30. They just added new hours and you weren't informed about it. Oh damn, that sucks. 12-hour shift on Father's Day. At least you will make a good impression on your first day for 12 hours. Just remember, Andrew, just tell them that everything is the good shit. Doesn't matter what the name or how much percentage THC it has. Just tell them, yeah, this is the good stuff right here. Oh, I got something better. Well, good luck on your first day, Andrew. Bubbles, it was 4 p.m. when you got out of bed today. Damn. What was I doing at 4 p.m. today? I think I was barely prepping my dinner, some chicken and rice. It's gonna be a long day. Your dad has to work anyway, so you're not missing out on anything. Well, maybe you guys can do something in the next couple days or whenever you guys have a day off. Man, I don't know when's the last time I talked to my dad. It's been a few years. My sister keeps me updated from time to time about him. It's not that I don't get along with him. It's just I don't really stay in contact with them anymore. Ever since my parents got divorced in junior high, and then after the divorce, my mom was trying to fight for trying to get half of his 401k and stuff like that. So I was kind of put in the middle, since I knew where he stayed at, and back then, I would, talk to him or go to his house every now and then. I was kind of put in the middle of things between both of them. So if there was something that document that he needed to sign, there's I'm just I never told him I've never told my mother no if she asked me for a favor to do something, and even when she asked me to do that to take it to my dad, I didn't want to. I told her I hate doing this, but if you're asking me, I'll go ahead and do it. So it felt real awkward, having to deal with that because yeah, I went to go see him but that wasn't the reason that I wanted to go see him. But I'm pretty sure in his eyes it felt like that for me to show there, hang out with them, and then be like, oh, hey, by the way, mom has this, document she needs you to sign and whatnot. He would read it over, and after that, things would get awkward, like a little silent between both of us, and then I would just like, oh, I got to get going and stuff like that. It just, she just told me to give this to you. I got to go, run some errands and stuff like that. So ever since then, I stopped going over there because I felt bad for having had to had to do that and stuff like that. And I've seen him a few times over the years and things. My nephew, I make when he was staying with me, I make sure that he would go and visit him. That was a given. Any of my nephews and my kid, same thing. I mean, if I wasn't going to be there, at least they were there hanging out with him and knowing who their grandpa was. And my sister would ask me if every time she would come and visit after her tours and stuff like that, she'd be like, "Yeah, I'm going to Dad's. Do you want to go?" And I'd be like, "No, I'm all right, but go ahead. Take my kid. He'll go with you, so you can hang out with him and stuff like that." But I definitely got to go visit him and see how he's doing. Because I know he has no ills towards me because he asks about me a lot. He'll ask about my brother also, and now him and my brother, my brother has not spoken to him since the divorce. Of course, my brother, has a lot of issues that stem from my parents getting divorced and stuff like that. He was real close to my dad more than I was, so there's issues there between my mom and my dad and my brother. As he placed a lot of the blame on my mom and stuff like that because he felt that that she took him away from him and stuff like that. So he just stopped. He wouldn't reach out to him at all. To this day, he doesn't talk about him, doesn't speak about him, never mentions his name and stuff like that. But my dad, my dad will still ask about him, how he's doing, and my sister, will tell him. Won't tell him everything and stuff like that, but I'm sure he knows a lot of the stuff that my brother has done over the years. Yeah, Damon, it's pretty crazy. I remember the one time he did. My brother had fucked up his Audi trying to race another car, so he called me, said, "Hey, my car, shut down on me. Can you come get me and stuff like that and see what's going on?" And I told him, "Look, I don't know anything about European engines, but I'll go take a look at your vehicle." He just put outside the freeway, and I looked at it. It wouldn't crank up, wouldn't turn over. Tried to jump start it, nothing like that. And he's like, "What should I do?" I don't know. And I told him, "Hey, this is like a little bit after high school, maybe 2 years after he had graduated from high school and stuff like that. Yeah, probably like 2 years." And then I was like, "Hey, I can't work on it, but why don't you try calling Dad, see if he'll do it?" And he's like, "Fuck no, I'm not gonna call that fucker." And I never understood why he had so much hate towards him. That's what I don't get. If he blamed my mom for losing his dad, why do you have hate towards him and stuff like that? I guess that was his way, just to push both of his parents away. Because I mean, my brother doesn't talk to my mom either. at all. And you understand, my brother's been in and out of jail, for years. Messed up on heavy drugs and stuff like that. And so, like I told you last time, I'm like the only olive branch he has between the family. He's already burnt bridges with everybody else except for me. But yeah, so I called him and I told my dad exactly where we're at. It took him like 10, 15 minutes to get there. Showed up. He started taking a look at the car because my dad knows a little bit of mechanic. He when I was younger, he showed me how to do oil change on the vehicles. I had to do the brake changes and all that stuff. Change the spark plugs, your belts. He showed me the basics, change a tire and stuff like that. And I knew he would work on cars and stuff like that also. But I knew he was able to do it. I said, it's worth a shot. Maybe he knows something I don't know. So he came and started looking at it, and he couldn't get it going and stuff like that. And I just see my brother just pacing back and forth, all pissed off and stuff like that. And my dad made a little joke, and started looking at, hey, well, he looked at him and started talking to him. My brother just kept ignoring him. And then my dad looked at me like, well, what's wrong with him? Is he still mad that he messed up his car? Is not working and stuff like that? And my brother right there just, he got real pissed and just stepped away and went into my truck, into my Nissan and sat in it. And I just looked at my dad. I was like, I don't know what's wrong with him. And my dad was like, well, so what are you guys going to do? Well, I'll probably just end up getting a tow truck. We ended up towing it. So my dad ended up taking off. And my brother got the car towed back. And he was in the truck with me. And the whole time, my brother was like, see, that's why I don't ask him for shit. All he does is just make jokes about everything. And I'm trying to ask for his help. And I just kept quiet. And I just told him, look, I told you, it was up to you. If you wanted me, I would call him. And if you didn't want to, then we could tow it. So there's no reason for you to get pissed off at him. Oh, he doesn't want to do shit for me. He doesn't want to do anything like that. So I never understood the resentment he had towards him and stuff like that. But that's just how my brother's always been. But even still to this day, my dad will ask about him, see how he's doing, see what's going on. Like I said, I'm sure he knows everything that my brother's going through. My sister though won't chime back and stuff. Yeah, no, girl, it's better for them to be apart than to be. Yeah, my mom was unhappy with my dad because there was a few times where he had disrespected her, and she just got tired of it, and she wasn't going to put up with it anymore. And the worst was he was using her money to buy stuff to send back to my grandparents back in Mexico for their ranch and stuff like that. So that's where she really she had enough. And I remember the day she kicked him out of the house. It was a Sunday morning before she was going to church. We were going to church, and I could just hear in the living room her just yelling at him, just tell him, you got 1 hour to get your shit and get the fuck out of this house, and I'm gonna file a divorce and all that stuff. And when we came back from church, all his stuff was gone. He left. That's and I was like, oh shit. It took me a couple of weeks, months, when it finally hit that, oh shit, they're actually divorced. And it affected my grades in high school for sure because I ended up getting sent down to a counselor, and they wanted to know why my grades were dropping because the whole year, my grades were good, and I let them know what's going on at home and stuff like that. And they're like, well, you can keep anytime you want to come in here, you can come and talk about it. And I did it for like three sessions. I go with the counselor, and after that, I stopped. And I was like, why am I telling this to a school counselor? We went to regular counseling for after the divorce, because that's when my brother started getting heavy into. Well, that's when he first started smoking, bud and stuff like that, and he got picked up, for possession of for a bong and stuff like that. So, yeah, my brother has a lot of issues, but besides the point, I gotta go visit my dad, even though we don't talk as much as we used to and stuff like that. But I definitely need to go hit him up and see how he's been, see how he's doing. Hey, what's going on, that dude? Oh, that's all good, homie. You have a good night, man. And that dude, don't forget to tell your father Happy Father's Day or your father figure, whoever it is. Make sure to show him some love tomorrow. Bubbles, you're only a daddy in bed. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that dude. But at least you'll be out with family to celebrate. That's a good thing. There you go, Bubbles. Yeah, smoke a J with him. Well, I hope you have a good one tomorrow, that dude. Yeah, I don't know when's the last time I smoked a cigarette. It's been years. When I used to work at a grocery store at 17, I became supervisor pretty quick, and I got to work the cigarette counter, which at 17 you're not supposed to. I would sneak packs into my pockets because I would have to, restock. And it was a pretty crappy grocery store. So I would I started smoking Marlboro Reds, so that was my thing. I would take about 3 or 4 packs a week of Marlboro Reds, stuff in my pocket, walk out like nothing. I wasn't the only one that was doing it either. Other homeboys were doing the same thing. They were 17 working the cigarette counter. You can't trust a 17-year-old working a cigarette counter. So I smoked Reds for like a good, 2 years, and then I went from Marlboro Reds to Marlboro Lights, and then after that, I just stopped. Hell, if anybody, my coworkers would come by like a few things, not like a full car, but like a few things, I wouldn't even scan everything. Come up here, they get a gallon of milk, some juice or whatever, some bread, and then they'll be like, "Hey, hook me up with like some blunts or something like that." I'd ring up the blunts, but I wouldn't ring up the eggs or the milk. you know, just give it to them. The store didn't last long after I quit from there. They shut down a few years later after that. But yeah, we got away with a lot of stuff there. They don't let them anymore in Australia. Yeah, well, here in the States, I think you had to be 21 to sell tobacco. I'm not sure. Shit. Half the time I wouldn't even card people that came and bought their tobacco. And I don't know what different type of cigarettes, so they would all get pissed off. I don't know what they were talking about. I'd sit there looking through everything, trying to find out what are they. Wait, what did you say you wanted? What? Pall Malls, Virginia Slims, stuff like that. After a while, I started, got the hang of it and stuff like that. But man, people would buy their cartons like nothing, 2 or 3 cartons, a couple $100 right there, and that's all they would buy. And it was always older folks too that would buy the cartons. It wasn't anyone young. Anyone young would buy like 2 or 3 packs. All the older folks would buy their cartons. Has no girl ever boxed a kangaroo? So you can be 18 to sell cigarettes and alcohol in Australia. Damn, that's crazy. You can drink at 18. Wow. There's no way in hell my ass wouldn't have gotten into out of or try to stay out of trouble if I could buy alcohol at 18. I mean, I was drinking regardless from 18 until 21, but that was at parties and stuff like that. I wasn't going out of my way to buy. We find somebody older within our group that would buy alcohol for everybody, stuff like that. But holy shit, you gave me the ability to buy alcohol at 18. Oh man, I would have been off. I would have been far off, a lot worse. That's for sure. Yeah, it's 21 all over here. You ain't 21, you're not buying any alcohol unless you know somebody that's willing to buy it for you. Bubbles, you've always wanted to move to Australia to bust a bottle on a kangaroo. Yeah, I forgot that they moved up the tobacco age to 21, didn't they? Right? A couple years ago. Now you have to be 21 to buy tobacco, 18 for weed. It'll probably be a matter of time before they end up changing that also to 21. Yeah, you used to be able to buy tobacco at 18. Too bad for those who want to mix it with tobacco. Oh yeah, smoking what they call them spliffs, tobacco and weed. I'll be right back. I need another beer. Andrew, you were pissed because they changed the age from 18 to 21 for vape. You're gonna buy some vape juice. You went to New Hampshire and they changed it 21. Damn, so you went from Maine to New Hampshire just to buy some vape juice. And then where you're stuck on a part on The Last of Us. You don't know why that'd be good to go to change the difficulty level. That's always the best way to play a game. Meme dealer, is that you? What's going on, junglist? Demon Hours with Hugo episode 9. Yep. You did say you're going to change your name. And I think that's your PFP. Who the hell's Cumcoat? Junglist, you're here to talk shit and get lit. Meme dealer, it is you. I just went back and that's your PFP. Andrew, it was only a 30-minute drive. They changed it. You're about to buy $150 worth of juice. Even with the walkthrough, you still weren't able to beat that spot in the game, unknown girl. You'll get it. Meme dealer changed his name to Cumcoat. I'm not sure. I think I kind of like meme dealer better than Cumcoat. That was your gamer tag on 360? That's funny. Yeah, when you go back on that, when people see him, see your name change, and be like, "Who the fuck is Cumcoat?" I see so many mods changing their names. Well, they have changed, especially in John's. Either they changed or they're new mods. When I see them, like it's either a new mod or someone changed their name. Like Krupa, I know changed her name to Eat My Shorts because obviously of her profile picture. Her and her Simpsons profile pictures. Yeah, she changes her picture. I think like every couple of days. Smithers. Pingu. Homeless guy, you gonna take crap on my doorstep and wait for me to step on it? You might want to rethink that. I don't even know what Pingu's. Never heard of it. At least I don't think I have. Pingu is a clumsy young penguin who lives with his family on a polar ice cap in Antarctica. Pingu goes on adventures with his sister Pinga and his friend Robbie the seal. 1986. How the hell do I not know about this? Or maybe I just don't remember it. The first episode was on May 28, 1986. But over here it says original release was March 7th, 1990 through 2006. All right, Andrew, you have a good night, man. Rest up. And good luck on your first day tomorrow, homie. It looks familiar. I think they have it on Amazon Prime. I wonder if they had it because my nephew used to watch a lot of shows on Cubo, and they had a lot of old shows on there. So I wonder if this was on there because it looks familiar. Anyone play that Penguin racing game on Windows 2000 as a kid? Damn, I had Windows 2000 on my old laptop. I might have played that game. I think it was pre-installed, wasn't it? Oh shit, hold on. Let me turn this down because it's gonna be loud.
Years I trained to be the best linebacker on the field, and I played 5 years.
Yeah, I've never heard of it. Then I would have known that song off the top of my head. You know what? I'm getting confused for another Penguin show that was on Cubo. It wasn't at Clay Animation though. That's what I'm getting confused.
I wanted to be the best businessman I can, so I'm getting my MBA. Joy, the sense of exploring something new, and it has adapted its survival value. Second, exploring the solar system. Our own mission, better understand, control our own life.
That penguin game, you race other penguins on the icy downhill track on your stomach. Homeless guy, that sounds like your butt on a Sunday night. All right, so I know homeless guy has been asking and asking for quite a while now, just as much as Bubble was asking when I'm gonna start streaming. You guys want to hear how I got the nickname Scarecrow? Yeah, no, homeless guy's been asking all the time. Hey, when are you gonna tell us a story? When are you gonna tell us a story? Hey, can you tell us a story tonight? I know it's been like what, almost a week and a half. So hold on, let me turn my fan off. Okay, so a lot of people that I'm still friends with, homies with, I knew them in high school, junior, senior year, and stuff like that. Working with a few of them in the same grocery store. You know, the crazy thing is, I met a lot of them through my brother because they were underclassmen. They were my brother's age and stuff like that. So I met a lot of them through him, and they knew who I was. I didn't really kick with them that when I was during my senior year that much. I worked with a few of them at the grocery store, and they knew who my brother was and whatnot and stuff. And I smoked a little bit. So I remember one night I was just chilling at the house, and one of my homeboys. Well, before that, we would all just hang out. We'd go by at that age. We would smoke Mexican brickweed, and if you've ever smoked Mexican brickweed, you know exactly what it looks like and how it smells. I mean, just straight up dirt, and we would get it for cheap. I forgot. I think we would get like half an ounce for like $70 at that time. I mean, that's how cheap it was, or some shit like that. And when you a spot. So, anyways, I was just chilling in my house one night, and one of my homeboys calls me up and tells me, "Hey, we're gonna go scoop you up. We're gonna go do a blunt route." And then he was like, I asked him like, "Who you with?" He's like, "I'm with so and so, and me and this other cat. You probably know him too." I had never met this other cat. I was like, "All right, cool. Go ahead and just swing by, and I'll go with y'all." So they came by, picked me up, and my homeboy. This is the guy who later on me and him would kick it a lot of times, and we would get into a lot of crazy shit, going to the clubs, drinking, going to the after hours, getting shot at, having guns drawn to our heads at the club and stuff like that. But I'll save those stories for later. But anyway, he had hit me up, and he wasn't a big time drinker at that time. He smoked, so he had picked me up. And then there was a homeboy next to me who, to this day, I still kick it with, and he worked with me at the grocery store. He knew who I was. We'd always fuck around. He'd get into my car because I would leave my windows unlocked and leave my seats all reclined back all the way down and stuff like that. Just bullshit. He used to drive a badass Honda 6-4 Civic with the loud ass speakers where if you were in the back when you went on a blunt route, I mean, you just feel that bass, and when you're high, you were just gone. But anyways, I seen him. I was like, "Hey, what's going on?" He saw me. We're chilling, and then they introduced me to the cat, and it was in the passenger side. Oh, we did, and they're like, "Hey, yeah, this is a so and so's brother." He's like, "Oh, yeah, 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 I know. I've heard about him." And His name happened to be Hugo also. Now, it's even to this day, it's very rare for me to meet anybody else that has the same first name as I do. I want to say he's the only one that I know that has the same first name as I am, and he's Salvadorian and I'm Mexican. So then, they picked me up and we started driving around in this rental car and stuff like that. And I was like, "What are you guys? You trying to smoke?" I figured, they had a blunt, to roll up. They're like, "Yeah," because me and the homie that had the rental had smoked the night before, and I still had like a little dime bag. Is it even a Civic if the bass ain't bumping from the sub in the truck? Oh, this shit was where like you could hear his bass from the other side of the neighborhood, or when he was coming into work, you could hear. I mean, he had a nice fucking system in there, real nice, and that Civic was slammed, no custom kit or anything like that. Had some nice inky wheels and a fat ass muffler exhaust system. Where I mean, it was just for looks, and it was a clean ass little Civic, Honda Civic. But anyways, they had picked me up, and my homeboy had remembered that I still had a dime sack. Oh no, his weren't cut springs. His were he did his stuff his the right way. Yeah, his Civic, was sat real nice, springs lower and everything, coils. Yeah, let's put it this way: like anytime he wanted to go on a blunt route, and he called up anybody, man, you wanted to go in that Civic just to we would hotbox that bitch and then roll the windows down, and he would just blast that system, and you would just be chilling. Like we would jam out to like 666 Mafia, Tupac, uh, Dr. Dre, Snoop Dogg, um, Master P, 8 Ball, MJG, all the badass jams like that. But anyways, back to the story. Um, yeah, so they picked me up in the rental. My home picked me up. He knew I had a sack, and so I brought it with me because I knew they wanted to smoke. So I figured, yeah, we're gonna smoke a blunt. So I saw my coworker. I'm like, "Dad, what's going on?" He's like, "Nah, just chilling. We're just getting lit." He's like, "You got some bud, right?" He's like, "Yeah, I got some." Like, "Y'all trying to smoke?" He's like, "Hell yeah!" So they had a Whataburger tray. We all anywhere. Most of us had Whataburger trays because that would be our spot, and we would walk out with the Whataburger tray, to break up our bud and everything. So everybody had one in their car. I had one in my truck and stuff like that. But they schooled me up, and we started driving around up and down the freeway, going on a little blunt route. Next thing you know, he busts out a bong out of his backpack. They had it smoking on Little J, so we started hitting that and everything. And then the other Hugo was like, "Yeah, I know you're so and so's brother, right?" He's like, "Yeah." He's like, "Yeah, yeah, I know your brother. We chill and smoke. I didn't know you smoked and stuff like that." He's like, "Yeah, I smoke every now and then." Like, "Oh, that's cool. That's cool." He's like, "Yeah, so we're got a bud, and homeboy over here, the driver, had said, I don't want to give out any names and stuff like that. So I'm not gonna mention names, even nicknames. But he's like, yeah, Hugo. The other guy, Hugo, I'll say it because his name is my name, and I'm not gonna give out his last name. So regardless, but I don't want to mention anybody else's names and whatnot. But I could, what the driver, my homie was his nickname was Doughboy. That's what we used to call him, Doughboy. So yeah, at FBI, true. We were in high school. What are they gonna do now? Well, anyway, Hugo had told Doughboy, that he said that Doughboy had said, I had some bud and stuff like that. Like, yeah, that's cool. I got some. I got like a a little dime bag or whatever. So I took it out, and my homeboy next to me, my coworker, started grinding the butt up and stuff like that. No, he was not made of cookie dough. um, and then I see him take a hit out the bong, and I had never hit a bong before ever and stuff like that. So the whole, it, it, they were all taking turns. It was like an hour or so because they would take a hit and just chill, reload the ball, and these fuckers smoke. They were smokers, straight up smokers, in high school, out of high school, stuff like that. Me at that time, I was probably like a casual smoker every now and then stuff, or whatever. Before that, I got lit with another homeboy. Uh, Not that day, but another time. Just smoking off of J, and I was just acting stupid, being a fool and stuff. I remember walking like we were trying to some homeboy's house, and my dumbass was like so big that I just kept walking in a circle over and over. And every time I came around to see this homie and his friend, I would laugh at them, and I would walk around again, be quiet, and then every time I would come around to him, I would laugh and stop laughing, and then laugh, stop laughing. So I, kept doing that for like 7 minutes straight, and they were laughing their asses off. And my homie was like, Hugo, chill out, chill out. What's wrong with you? I mean, I was fucking baked and stuff like that. We had skipped school, so that's how casual I was. Like, I had just barely started smoking and stuff like that. And then I knew my homies were smoking, so I was like, cool, a toke here and there. Well, anyway, so everybody's taking a turn. Even Doughboy takes a turn, while Hugo holds the steering wheel. We're all just in there, talking shit, shooting the shit or whatever. And then I told my homie next to me, I was like, hey, so what's up? Y'all just been smoking out of this bong? He's like, yeah. He's like, you want to hit it? I was like, man, I don't know. I thought y'all were gonna smoke a blunt, smoke a Philly or whatnot and shit. He's like, nah. He's like, yeah, I got stuck in a laughing loop, junglist, as I was walking over and over. I mean, that's how in my early days, that's how it was. I just couldn't control it because it was my first time getting that high, and I really didn't know what was going on. So I was just going with the moment and stuff like that. And, paranoia wasn't fucking with my head. I was just, laugh and come around, laugh at them, walk around, laugh and walk around. So, loop like that. But anyways, he was trying to get me to hit the bong and stuff. And I was like, I've never hit it before. I mean, like, so how do you hit this shit? So, he gave me a little demonstration and how he did it. I was like, okay. He's like, what you can do, well, I'll just load it up for you. I'll light it up if you want to. You just put your mouth on top of the bong and just start, you just start sucking on it until you fill it up. And then once you fill it up, just take a hit. I was like, all right, cool. And then he was like, I'll tell you when to stop. So, and that bong they used to call it Jessica. That was the name of the bong. So he gave it to me. He loaded my bowl, and he lit it up for me and stuff like that. And he just tell me just keep sucking, just keep sucking. So I was filling that bowl, just filling it up. The cloud, just getting thicker and thicker and thicker and stuff like that. And then he took the bowl out, and when he took the bowl out, I forgot, to inhale and exhale. My dumbass, because I don't know what the fuck I was doing. That sudden loss of pressure, I ended up swallowing all the smoke in the bong that I had taken. I cleared half of it, and then I started coughing my lungs out afterwards, and drool started coming out. He starts laughing. He's like, I didn't tell. He's like, you weren't supposed to swallow the fucking smoke. He's like, you're supposed to, inhale and exhale. So I'm coughing my ass off, and Hugo's looking at me like, oh shit, what's wrong with this cat? He's like, what's wrong with Hugo and stuff like that. And Doughboy's just laughing his ass off. I was like, oh man, you motherfucker. He's like, damn, that shit hurts. That shit hurts. He's like, it's supposed to feel like that? He's like, no. He's like, you dumbass. He's like, you did it wrong. He's like, that's why it burns. So I was coughing like a good 5 minutes straight, just straight coughing my lungs out, chest burning. Yeah, Jonas, it went down the wrong part. It was burning, my lungs were hurting, I was just coughing up, So once all that cleared up, I stopped coughing. I just sat there and my eyes were all, red, teary. I looked at my homeboy. He starts laughing. He's like, how you feeling? He's like, man, that shit sucks, dog. He's like, did you tell me? He's like, I told you. He's like, you should have kept on talking me through it because I fucked up. He's like, yeah, you fucked up. He's like, is it supposed to be like that? He's like, no. So he showed me again. I saw it. So while I was looking at him, that's when it started to hit me. I was like, all right, cool. So I started just chilling. So after that, I just remember chilling in the back seat, just driving, and it felt forever. And I just remember seeing my homeboy Hugo in the front. Was like, damn, dude, you took a fucked up hit. He's like, how you feeling? And I looked at him, and my eyes were like all droopy and cross-eyed. And he just starts laughing, like, God damn, you're fucked up. I'm like, nah, I'm chilling. They start laughing. So then I just start looking out the window, and see the cars driving by, just chilling. They got some good jams on and stuff like that. And then I just started noticing the cars, just in there, like, they're going slow in like slow motion, And I seen them pass by. Time all of a sudden, just went real slow for me. And I'm sitting there just staring at the window, just look at these cars. I'm like, are these cars even real? It's like, why are they going so slow? No, Bubbles, I don't want to play any Battletoads. So, as I'm chilling, looking at the window, everything's slow motion for me, Just all of a sudden the world went from fast to just chill. So I'm just looking outside, just seeing these cars, just slowly cruise. I know we're going fast. It's cars are cruising real slow and stuff like that. And I look over to my homie and I tell him, hey man, how come these cars are going real slow? And he starts laughing his ass off. He's like, what do you mean? I'm like, every time I look out, the cars, I see them pull up and then all of a sudden, they just go real slow, like they're chilling. It's like, are we going slow? Or he's like, nah, we're going good. And he knew what was happening, So he kept me pretty calm for the whole time. He's like, so they're just chilling. He's like, yeah. He's like, maybe they're going out there. Hey, I remember this exactly because he told me maybe they're just out there, doing the same thing we are. They're going, maybe they're on their blood route and they're just chilling and hanging out just like we are. And I remember looking back out and like, Dan, you might be right. He's like, fuck it. If they're chilling, I'm chilling. So my homie's just laughing and stuff like that. I'm not paying to the laughing. I'm like, cool. These cars are just chilling just like I am. We're all having a good time. He's like, they're slow coasting. I'm slow coasting here, just chilling and stuff like that. And, I just keep seeing cars, just driving real slow and more slow. And then all of a sudden I'm like, and I look over to him and I tell him, hey, you see that car right there? He's like, yeah. I think it's been, in the same spot for like the last 30 minutes. And then he was like, what the fuck? I'm like, yeah, I've been seeing this car for like the last 30 minutes, man. Like he pulled up on us and he's just right there, just coasting with us. He's like, nah, I think that car just got here like a couple of seconds ago. So I was gone out of my fucking mind. I was fucking gone. I thought this car that had just been there for a couple of seconds, changing lanes, was there for like a good 30 minutes. And I was like, holy shit. I'm just thinking like, oh, are you serious? And I just kept looking out the window and I couldn't believe like these cars were going real slow and just chilling with us or had been there for like a long ass time. So then once the slow part, started fading away, here's where it really kicked in for me. Is like I started like where it really started, the bud started hitting me. That hit started really hitting me real good. And mind you, this was off of one hit only. And that bong had to been probably like maybe like a 4 foot bong, 4 footer, probably like a 4 footer. No, not a 4 footer. I want to say 3.5 maybe. Because my homeboys had big ass bongs. They had some crazy ass bongs back in the day. Yeah, no, you know what? 4 foot was too big to keep. A backpack is what like a standard size, like probably like 3 feet maybe. The 4 footers they kept at the at the cribs. I know that. So yeah, so it'd be like a 3.5 or 3 somewhere around there. It was, I mean, it was probably like compared to my arm, probably like to my wrist from my elbow to my wrist. That ball had to be that long. That's probably like what 2.5 feet maybe or something like that. First time bongs fuck you up. Even if you've been smoking for years. Yeah, no, like I hadn't even been smoking for years. I just barely started smoking. So that was my first rip off a bong. So yeah, it had to be probably like the size of my arm. It had to be that big. I don't know why I thought maybe a 4 footer bong, but I have hit a 4 footer and I have hit probably the biggest one I hit was standing up at that time at another homie's house, and he had a good probably like good rig. Like if I stood up, it probably I'm like 5'7", so probably down to my waist at that time. It was a good where somebody had to light it up for me. But anyways, the cars, slow time, started going back to normal, or at least I thought it was going normal. And all of a sudden, I just see cars just passing by. They're not coasting with us anymore. They're not pulling up next to us, and just chilling. Now they're passing by. So I just kept tripping out of that, seeing these cars pass by, and everybody's just laughing, And I could hear he was like, "Damn, this motherfucker is crazy as fuck. Is he all right?" And Dog was like, "Nah, he's cool, man. He's never hit a bomb before." He's like, "Damn, for real?" He's like, "Yeah." He's like, "Oh, then he's definitely fucked up." So I knew what was going on. Yeah, it went down the wrong tube and caught for 20 minutes. Yeah, it fucked me up. So yeah, so I got pretty fucked up for my first bong rip. But anyways, cars are passing by as we went by, and I just keep looking down, just laughing my ass off, like, "Oh shit!" I'm talking to myself in my head, like, "Damn, these cars are going fucking quick." I'm like, "Oh, what the fuck is wrong with this fool here?" Like, "Oh shit, look at this guy right here, is going quick." Every time a car passed, I couldn't believe how fast they were, passing us and stuff like that. Like it would trip me out. So I would look over to my homie, like, "Hey man, you see these cars?" He's like, "Yeah, I see him." He's like, "Nah, you see him?" He's like, "What?" Dude, these cars are going real fucking quick, dude. Like they're passing us up, like they're NASCAR and everything, man. So I can't fucking believe it. This shit's fun. I would just laugh my ass off, but I would laugh in silence though. So you would see me laughing, but nothing would come out of my mouth. So I was doing the motions of laughing, but nothing was coming out. So every time a car could, I would just laugh and point, but no laugh coming out. And so my doughboy had the rearview mirror on me, just laughing his ass off. Hugo just kept looking back, and he was just, just tripping balls. Like, what the fuck? He's like, this cat is fucking big, dude. He's fucking big. What is he laughing at? And my homie's like, what the fuck are you laughing like that for? And I would look over him, and I was like, dude, I was just like, dude, I can't believe it. It's like, look at the cars, dude. Like, look at the fucking cars, man. They're going. Look, and I would just laugh. Like, I couldn't believe how fast they were going and shit like that. I mean, I had everybody laughing. There was no paranoia involved, me getting freaked out. I was just fucking just tripping out through my surroundings and stuff like that. And then Hugo in front he was like, man, this fucker is crazy as fuck. He's laughing, but he's not laughing at the cars. He's like, what the fuck? Why are the cars so funny? And I looked at him he goes, oh man, these fucking cars are just crazy, dude. They're just fucking crazy. He just kept laughing. He's like, what do you mean they're crazy? He's like, yeah, look how fast they go. He's like, they're just barely passing. It's like, nah, man, they're going super fast, dude. They're just, y'all need to speed it up. We'll catch up to them. They're going faster than us. I think they want to race us. Just being stupid and stuff like that. And then after a while, we kept going there. They kept, hitting the bong and stuff like that. And I had hit it one more time and finally did it the right way. And after that, I chilled out and we just started talking and everything. And they put still have the good jams on, and the cars all of a sudden just looked normal to me and stuff like that. And then he looked at Hugo after a while had looked back and he was like, "Hey, so how you feeling?" He's like, "I'm chilling." He's like, "Man, you were fucked up earlier." And I was like, "Are you serious?" He's like, "Yeah." He's like, "You don't remember the car? What you were telling us about the cars?" I'm like, "Nah." What do you mean? He was like, he was like, "You seriously don't remember?" I was like, "Nah, not really." And he told me everything. I was like, "Damn, for real." And I was just laughing my ass off. I was like, "Holy shit!" I was like, "It's because this motherfucker right here, you know, he didn't tell. He showed me how to do it, and he didn't talk me through it as I was doing it." I was like, "You knew that I was fucking up." He's like, "Yeah, that's why I didn't say shit." So he intentionally let me hit that fucked up hit, because he knew I was gonna get fucked up, which I didn't care. I was chilling, having a good time. Everybody was sitting there laughing their asses off, just chilling on our little fucking bong route or whatever. And I just kept laughing my ass off. And then Hugo just kept looking back and said, "Man, you are one crazy motherfucker, dude." He's like, "I have never met anybody that got ripped like that off a hit and just started tripping out over stupid shit like a car." And he's like, "I can't stop laughing my ass off, man." And I mean, you just been chilling the whole time and stuff like that. You just you're a trip, dude. Like you don't wig out. You're just like crazy and stuff like that. And the whole time, people would say Hugo, and both of us, we know we confused because we don't know who they were talking to and stuff like that. It's like, nah, you know what? We got to give you a nickname, man, because if we're gonna be kicking it, we can't be having both of us be called Hugo. I was like, all right, cool, shit. What should my nickname be, or whatever? And he was like, man. So we're listening to 666 Mafia, and they were playing "Where's the Bud." So Lord Infamous, his song came on and stuff like that, and Hugh was like, you know what? Yeah, man, since you act all crazy, y'all tripped out or whatever, but you still chilling and you still, kick back, man, I'm gonna call you, homie. I'm gonna call you Scarecrow from now on. I was like, what? He's like, yeah, Scarecrow, man. Cause you just trip out, fool. He's like, you're crazy and everything. He's like, but you're cool as fuck though. I was like, Scarecrow? Yeah, I look over it and everybody's like, yeah. Dolan was like, yeah, Scarecrow, man. He's like, you're my, you're my. I'm not gonna say the word or whatever, but I do with my homies. But you're my homie or whatever. Yeah, Scarecrow. That works out good and stuff like that. And I was like, Scarecrow. I was like, oh hell yeah. He's like, Scarecrow. And I kept saying the Scarecrow. I just kept saying myself Scarecrow. And I thought my homie, hey fool, they call me Scarecrow now. He kept laughing because I started wigging out. I'm like, man, they call me Scarecrow now. They're gonna call me Scarecrow. Is that my nickname? He's like, yeah, you're the Scarecrow now. Yeah, you act all crazy. He's like, act crazy. I'm like, man, Scarecrow. So it just after that, that happened. I started doing a lot more, crazier shit, smoking bud, chilling, hanging out, and then yeah, John List, you're my fella. Parentheses. So after that, anytime I would go to a party, people would introduce me, at least homies that I knew. That story got told real quick within the next couple of days because everybody after that was like, so I heard you got fucked up, Scarecrow. Like making fun of me. I was like, oh shit. I was like, y'all heard that shit? He's like, yeah. Like you heard you acting all crazy out of the cars and tripping out. So I got heat and stuff like that. So anytime I started hanging out with people, with the homies, it just started sticking. Like, hey, what's up, Scarecrow? We gonna smoke. So somebody would hit me up, for a blunt round, Scarecrow. Let's go smoke and stuff like that. I was like, all right, cool. But those first couple of days and the first couple of weeks, that story was brought up instantly. Everybody was like, it was all Scarecrow. I'm like, what the fuck you call me Scarecrow for? And they're like, yeah, I heard the story, and they would start laughing. I'm like, oh shit, y'all heard it? I'm like, yeah. So what y'all think? Is like, yeah, you're one crazy motherfucker. He's like, so it stuck with me. And it stayed with me because of other, crazy ass shit that I would do back then. Once I started smoking with these cats, I got to the point where I would do that stuck in a loop stuff, and also later on the paranoia would kick in once I started smoking more. And anytime we would hung out with homies or friends, stuff like that, they knew I got fucked up. I would get fucked up to a certain point where they could fuck with me, and fuck around with me and stuff like that. At one time we were smoking a blunt, and they had me believing that it was laced with PCP. I was high. I don't know what the fuck was going on and stuff like that. Somebody would whisper in my ear and stuff like that, and then I said to the homie like, "Hey, we smoking PCP?" They're like, "Scarecrow, what the fuck is wrong with you?" He's like, "I don't know, man. This fucking bud is kind of crazy." And I would walk away from the whole group and just stay by myself for like 30 minutes. Yeah, Junglist, it got bad. It was because the bud would just start getting to me at that point and stuff like that. But deep down, I knew they were fucking with me. But I like better being away from the whole group and stuff like that. But it fit my name though because I would act, kind of crazy. When that shit would happen, I'd come back and it's like, man, y'all really smoke PCP? And they start laughing. Like, nah, you really thought we smoked? Like, nah, I don't know. I thought y'all motherfuckers kept saying that shit earlier. I kept hearing over and over again. He's like, nah, you're just tripping, dog. You're just being scarecrow and stuff like that. So anytime I would act weird or crazy or trip out, they just say you're just being scarecrow. And to this day, it's thank God I don't get paranoid stuff like that. I would sometimes, when I would take Tom's breaks, like the first hit or talk and stuff like that. It would get to me after that. I would get used to it because I was so accustomed. But back then, I was smoking every once in a while, stuff like that. So that shit would fuck me up big time mentally. But then again, I was smoking dirt brick weed, so who knows what. Also, I know there's not gonna be no PCP radio does, but brick weed with a lot of stems, that shit fucks you up nasty though. Not compared to the good shit that I'm used to now. But yeah, because of that one night, that one blunt round hitting the bong, that's how I got my nickname Scarecrow. And to this day, like I said, if I'm with my homeboys and they introduce me as Scarecrow, I will tell everybody my name is Scarecrow. But if they know me by Hugo, we're not really friends because I rarely introduce myself as Hugo unless it's a work related thing and stuff like that. But people that I know, at a house party, any parties get together, it's Scarecrow. Everybody knows me as Scarecrow, and it'll stick until the day I die. That's who I am. I just like to have a good time when I was younger. And I did a lot of crazy shit while I was drunk and high, that earned me the nickname Scarecrow. So I can't complain. And even to this day, my homeboy named Hugo, we always talk about it and stuff like that. He's like, we're here, all these years later, we're still homies, and you're the first motherfucker, you're the one that gave me the name and stuff like that. Because if it wasn't for you, who knows what people would be calling me? He's like, yeah. He's like, you're always gonna be the Scarecrow, man. Shit, I don't know you by any other name. And I always tell him, neither does anybody else. He's like, we're homies to you know for life and shit. Yeah, it does, junglist. It does. Because after a while, that even though it was my nickname, I used to consider it was my alter ego and stuff like that. You know, even based on my depression and stuff like that. Like I consider Scarecrow as like it's who I am. You know, I don't give a fuck. I'm gonna call you out on bullshit. You want to fuck with me, I'm gonna fuck with you. and stuff like that. But I'm gonna do everything. He's kind of like like I want to say like an alter ego that I've embraced. But he's Scarecrow is really who I am, and Hugo is kind of like the shy, natured person who keeps himself, at bay and stuff like that. And Scarecrow is, is like the part of me that's gonna protect Hugo at all times, no matter what. You know, for me, Hugo always keeps his guard up. Scarecrow will keep his guard down and try to protect Hugo or whatever. Am I making kind of sense? I mean, to me, to this day, Scarecrow is who I am. Yep, that is true, journalist. Back then I was just known as Hugo. I was, reserved. Didn't really like to hang out with anybody. I still don't. I'm antisocial as fuck. But Scarecrow, with that persona, I'm still gonna have my moments and stuff like that. And when I bring my guard down, that's when Hugo comes out and stuff like that. And laugh in your face when you get knocked for talking shit. Yeah, that is true. So, like in a way, like Hugo is like the side that's my personal side that not a lot of people get to see. It's very rare that I bring out that side to certain people. I always say that Scarecrow is a real me, but there's a deeper a deeper persona than to Scarecrow. Scarecrow is right here. What you see is what you get. But if you want to break through that, then you'll eventually you'll see who Hugo is deep down inside. But it's always going to be Scarecrow. I don't really open myself up to a lot of people. That's why. That's why I've always, you know, been the way I have been and kept that persona. A 24-hour Scarecrow Screamer Riot. Yeah, that would be a crazy one. But I like to think I'm a little bit of both, though. Hugo and Scarecrow, but mostly at that time when you're young, you're trying to find your identity, your place in this world, figure out who you are. So when I got that nickname, it stuck with me. And that, built up my character, you know, at the bars, at parties and stuff like that. Always Hugo was outgoing too, but Scarecrow was way more than outgoing than Hugo. You know, Scarecrow's all about having a good time, kicking back and chilling. Hugo doesn't like to, break out of his shell, but he never had to because I'm Scarecrow. I'll do it for him and stuff like that. So for the most part, I get along. I used to always get along with a lot of people. Never really had any issues. Go to house parties after high school and meeting people that I used to went to high school. I used to go to high school with, and they would be like, "Oh, what's up, Hugo?" I'm like, "Nah, my name's Scarecrow, homie." He's like, "What?" He's like, "Yeah, that's what my homeboys call me. That's what I'm known as. I'm Scarecrow." Like, "Oh shit!" They're like, "Damn, fool." He's like, "Yeah, oh yeah, that I can see it. I see it. All right, yeah, that's a badass nickname." Of course, I was smoking and drinking, at the same time too, rolling blunts, stuff like that, and hanging out with people, who knew me as Hugo, seeing who Scarecrow was. They're like, "Oh yeah, man, it suits you real well. That name fits you." I would do stupid shit like I would smoke Black and Miles the black and milds all the way down to the plastic tip. I would take shotgun hits off of black and mild. Like nothing. I'm telling you, I did a lot of crazy shit when I was young. How many of y'all have ever taken a shotgun off of black and mild? Got the Joker and overly happy, always joking around and doing fuckery, and then I got the emotionally chill side. Yeah, I'm the same way too, Junglist. But now these days, I've learned how to, mesh the both into one. But I'm still always gonna be Scarecrow. Like I said, my nephews knew me as Scarecrow. My brother calls me Scarecrow. My sister calls me Scarecrow. My kid always knew me as Scarecrow, but he never called me because I told him no. You call me Dad. But he knew, that everyone else would call me Scarecrow. My baby mama knew me Scarecrow. Anytime I would be introduced to girls, at the bars or the clubs, I would always introduce myself as Scarecrow. And I always did it because they're like, Scarecrow? He's like, why did they call you that? So that was my opener, you know, and it always worked. And they found out why I was called Scarecrow. I'll be right back, guys. I gotta go take a little break. Do a 24-hour Scarecrow screen. I don't know what I would do. Hugo talking to Scarecrow in the mirror right now. I'm not gonna lie, Douglas. There have been a couple of times where it was yeah, where Hugo would talk to Scarecrow like, "What the fuck is wrong with you?" Just stand there like a Scarecrow is not there. Oh shit! Speaking of that, come coat meme dealer. Okay, so here's another story. I also have a pose that's called the Scarecrow. Also, I don't do it anymore. I haven't done it in years. Don't ask me to do it because I won't. But in my younger years, okay, so word started spreading around, how I got my nickname and people, I know, girl, we have to see it. We'll see. We'll see. But um so after that started, after I got my nicknames, I started hanging around more with everybody else. Like I said, they were my brother's friends. So I started hanging out with everybody else, more and more after, and people were like, brother, oh, this, Scarecrow's a cool cat, he's pretty chill. There's no drama with him and whatnot. So, Hugo would hit me up, Doughboy would hit me up, my homeboy that I used to work with hit me up, to go chill. We go, we go to hotel parties and stuff like that. And I remember this one night we went to a hotel and we were drinking 40 ounces of St. Ives. St. Ives and Mickey's, 40 ounces. Of course, we were smoking, and I started meeting more people. Mind you, these are people that I went to high school with, who knew who I was, but they have never seen, how I was after I got Scarecrow and I was showing up. People were coming in like, oh shit, the cat's like, oh damn, Scarecrow, so you Scarecrow now, huh? I was already chilling, smoking. I was at that time where we were rolling blunts, Philly blunts and stuff like that, and chilling and stuff like that. So we were at this hotel party that one of us had purchased that we knew who was of age to get, to get the room. So, people started showing up, chilling. The regulars already knew Mr. Scarecrow. I'm sitting there just drinking, having a good time. We're all shooting the shit and whatnot. Of course, they bust out the bong. So I'm like, fuck it, I'll take a hit. So I just took a hit, just chilled, got pretty fucking lit. And then all of a sudden I'm just sitting there chilling, and I don't know what I was thinking to myself. And then I was like, "Hey Hugo," he's like, "What? You want to see the Scarecrow?" And he was like, "The fuck are you talking about?" I was like, "Yeah, man. Do you want to see the Scarecrow?" He's like, "But you are the Scarecrow." I'm like, "No, nah." I was like, "Nah, I know I'm the Scarecrow, but do you want to see this is the Scarecrow?" So for some fucking reason, in my head, I have been replaying Mortal Kombat, playing Mortal Kombat. So I forgot which one of the characters. I don't know if it was Smoke or Reptile. They do this pose where they arch their hands up to the top after they win, and they kind of bring their knee up, like they're gonna do like the kick from the Karate Kid. And if you played Mortal Kombat 2 or 3, then you probably know what I'm talking about. Junglist, exactly. So I can't remember if it was Reptile, Noob Sabit or Smoke or whatever, but it was one of the one of the those ninja fighters. I know it wasn't Sub Zero, but they did the pose where their hands were like this and stuff like that. And the whole night I was in the corner of the apartment, of not apartment, of the hotel room while everybody else, is mingling, chilling, having a good time and stuff like that. And I don't know why I thought it was a good reason because I knew there were some girls coming over, and I don't know why the fuck in my head I thought like I should like I'm gonna do this when they show up because they were gonna be the last few to show up to the party. But before they showed up, I could tell you were like, yeah, man, yeah. He's like, yeah, I'm gonna show everybody the might have been Liu Kang, the Asian fighter guy. I don't know. No, I don't think so. Junglist. It was either Reptile. I don't think it was Sub Zero Scorpion. It might have been Reptile, Noob Saviot, or Smoke. But they do a pose where their hands are up like that after they win. Their hands go up like that, like this, like they're gonna do the crane kick or whatever. I don't think Liu Kang ever did that pose after he won a fight. But I know it was from Mortal Kombat. I know that for a fact. I know, girl. I think I know the pose. I played the note. Which one you mean though? You always play the main ones. The Karate Kid was not in Mortal Kombat. Homeless guy, but it was like a mixture of that of the crane kick. But I know either I'm tripping, they're still tripping to this day, or I was tripping at that time. But I know for a fact that one of the Mortal Kombat characters did that pose. I know girl has been more correct in her life until now. We don't know what you mean. You meant to show us. Well, anyways, so I'm sitting there and I was like, "Hey, man, you want to see the scarecrow?" He's like, "You want to see the real scarecrow?" They're like, "What you mean?" He's like, "Watch, look." He's like, "I'm gonna show everybody the scarecrow." He starts laughing. So then, yeah, I saw your last comment on no girl. So he goes, everybody else like, "Hey, this motherfucker's. I don't know what the fuck is going on, but he's he says he's gonna show us a scarecrow." And everybody got kind of like, what the fuck? They're like, yeah, he says he's gonna show us a scarecrow. So I got quiet real quick in the corner. I looked at everybody, and everybody's like, what the fuck is he talking about? He's like, yeah, the scarecrow. You gonna show us a scarecrow? Like, yeah, man, y'all want to see the real scarecrow? Everybody's like, oh shit, hold up. Everybody calm down. Scarecrow's gonna show us the real scarecrow. They thought I was gonna do something like either say a joke or whatever, because they got real quiet. So then, fuck, I'm gonna have to do the fucking move because I've told the story so many times, and I have to do the move during the story. So I'm at the corner of the apartment, and he was like, "All right, so what's the scarecrow, man?" So what I ended up doing is, let's see. So this was the pose that I had throughout the whole time in my head while hanging out in that corner. So what I ended up doing, they were like, "All right, show us the scarecrow." So what I ended up going like this. So I, I ended up going like this. So I went like this, and then I went like this the whole night with my head down, just like that. Then everybody just started laughing their fucking asses off. I hear Hugo, just the whole boy, my homie, and they're like, everybody's like, what the fuck? Just laughing. And they were like, do it again, do it again. Yeah, on the girl, everybody just started laughing, tripping now. They're like, what the fuck is wrong with Scarecrow? And I was like, nah, man, that's a Scarecrow. Y'all don't know. That's a Scarecrow. That bong hit. That had to been like the third or fourth time I hit the bong. And I think this one was the 4-footer. I'm pretty sure it was the 4-footer this time. So they're like, nah, man, y'all don't know. That was a Scarecrow, man. Y'all just don't know about Scarecrow. And they were like, fuck, this motherfucker is crazy as fuck. That's what they call me, Scarecrow, man. Y'all don't know about the Scarecrow. And they're like, do it again. So once again, I went back to the corner same spot and I did the pose, with the hands arching back up, and they just started laughing their asses off again. And they're like, oh, like Jungler said in parentheses, my fellow is crazy as fuck. This cat is wild. People were there that didn't know me directly, had heard, the stories about me before. And they're like, man, y'all were bullshit. This motherfucker is crazy, but he's a fucking trip, though. He's cool. So we're all sitting there just fucking, they're all laughing. I'm just tripping out. People are like, man, God, you're fucking crazy, man. He's like, you're cool as fuck, though, man. He's like, you chilling? Like, I'm chilling, man. Scarecrow's chilling. Scarecrow's always chilling. They just start laughing like this motherfucker's talking to himself in first person now. And stuff. Yeah, Jungle said he smoke a bong. That's funny. Oh, you should have hit the bong earlier, man. But yeah, that I wasn't even. It wasn't even over with. So girls were supposed to show up that were like cousins to some of the people there, friends or whatever. And for some reason, my dumbass and Scarecrow, thought it'd be a good idea to let them know, hey, y'all want to see Scarecrow too. So they showed up. They were kicking, having a good time. Everybody's like, oh, chilling. And then they were like, dang, y'all just missed it. And I had hung out with the girls a couple times beforehand too, so they know who I was and stuff, and they heard the stories also. So then and everybody's like, yeah, y'all just missed it. The Scarecrow. We just saw the Scarecrow. Like, these series right there. They're like, no, we just saw the Scarecrow. Really? And they were like, Scarecrow, show us the Scarecrow again. So I was like, all right. And mind you, I was still in the same fucking spot. I did not move from that corner. So I was like, yeah, here's a Scarecrow. And I did it again. I just hear the girl say, what the fuck? And they start laughing. They're like, what the fuck is wrong with this parentheses fellow, They're like, nah, he's like, I don't know. That's just a Scarecrow. He's like, is he all right? And they're like, nah, he's chilling. But yeah, y'all just met the real Scarecrow right there. And they're like, Scarecrow, do it again. I was like, all right. And I did it again, just like nothing. He's like, this is the real Scarecrow right here. And they just kept laughing, like, holy shit. Like, what the fuck is wrong with him? So they were laughing. We were all having a good time, man. To this day, I'm still friends with those homegirls, and they know me as Scarecrow too and stuff like that. One of them was married to one of my homeboys. The other was married to another homeboy, stuff like that. And so, but yeah, like I said, any party I went to, if word got around, I think my homeboys would tell people like after they met me, like, hey, ask him how he got the name Scarecrow, or ask him to do the Scarecrow and stuff like that. And then they were like, so what's the Scarecrow? And if I felt good during that time, then I would show them, and they would trip out, and they're like, damn, yeah, fool, I heard stories about you, and I didn't believe it, but holy shit, that's crazy, that's wild as fuck. And it was all, they would laugh, but I know they weren't laughing at me because they knew that's how I was and stuff like that, and at no point did I feel like I was being made fun of because of it. because they knew the type of person that I was. When they first met me, like, yo, this motherfucker is crazy as fuck, and I could see why they call him Scarecrow and stuff like that. But he's cool as hell, and he's chill. You know, I need some nunchucks with that move. Nah, just the original is what it is. I don't know. Damon's here, and maybe you better not be clipping none of that shit. Or you can, in case anybody wants to come back and you know listen how I got the name Scarecrow and the pose and stuff like that. Yeah, Jones. I never did that in public, like out in the open. It would always be with the homies and stuff like that because we were having a good time, and any new people that I met that were acquaintances and stuff like that would always ask me, hey, we heard your, they asked me how'd you get the name Scarecrow, so I always tell them the story and stuff like that. I would do some crazy shit when I was young, and they're like, yeah. Sometimes I would bring up the pose. Yeah, I was like, I've been had a pose. It's like, are you serious? Like, yeah, and I would just ask my homeboys. And they would ask them, like, yeah, Scarecrow had this. The Scarecrow. He's like, do a Scarecrow. He's like, do a Scarecrow. And I'm like, all right. Homies that I knew, after a while, they were cool with. I mean, I'll show you the Scarecrow. There's one cat that I knew that I used to go play dominoes with all the time, and of course, we would always, do some extracurricular activities besides smoking weed and drinking. Just go, you know, a little bit of skiing. Anyways, back in the day, we'd play balls, and he would tell me like, "Damn, Scarecrow, I've heard the stories. They tell me stories, but you never done the Scarecrow. Every time we hung out, he's like, you want me to do the Scarecrow? He's like, I want to see the real Scarecrow. Let me see the Scarecrow." So then I would do the pose for him, and he would just start laughing his ass off, and he'd be like, "Yeah, that's why." He's like, that's why you're my, you're oh that's a Scarecrow, homie. Shit, that's a Scarecrow. He's like, that is fucking crazy. That's chill right there. That's tight. So it's been years. The last time I told you I've done the story of the pose, it has been, I want to say, let me think. I want to say 10 years since I've done the pose. Yeah, 10 years. So probably like 2011 was the last time I did the pose for anybody. And you guys got to see it tonight. I mean, I had to. It goes with the origin of how I got Scarecrow, right? I knew you guys were going to ask about it. I know girl wanted to see the pose, and I couldn't quite explain the pose without having to do it. So, Junglist, if I did that pose on the game show, you would get instant mod on high fives. Yeah, I highly doubt it, Junglist. I would have to tell the whole backstory, but John wouldn't have the time to hear it. But if I just did it just to do it, I know that most of you would know exactly. And he would be like, "What the fuck is that?" And I'd be like, "Ask your chat. They know." And I would be like, "Scarecrow." I would definitely do that on a game show.
So I figured I might take care of it as best I can with my truest belief. Then all these other things will be.
I'm good at explaining things y'all just want to see. I know you guys want to see it. I wasn't going to disappoint. But yeah, it's been 10 years since I've done the pose and told people my story. Well, no, these past couple of years before COVID, people would be like, "Why do you call you Scarecrow?" And I would just tell them like, because I did crazy shit when I was younger, and I would tell them the shit that I would do and stuff like that. And then they would ask, "Can I see the pose?" And I'd be like, "No." But then when it was with the homies, the people that have seen the pose before, they'd be like, "Oh, let me do Scarecrow. Let me do Scarecrow." I would do it like nothing. And they would all just trip out, start laughing, and like, "Oh shit, yeah, that's that's the quote unquote, that's the fellow, Scarecrow." That's why I said you can see the name actually suits me well, and yeah, like you said earlier, Douglas, I take a lot of pride in that name because that's basically who I am. You know, Krupa, no, it's all good. You came at the right time though, so you don't have to go too far back to see the pose. You might have to go back farther to see, unless Damon, whatchamacallit, does his thing, and if he's still here for the story and how I got Scarecrow. Jonas, I had you laughing a few times during your stories. Yeah, I'm telling you, I've done a lot of crazy shit, a lot of funny shit, which I like to, over the years, just hanging out with people, they know me as Scarecrow. And I would show up, at parties or whatever with my homies, and they'd be like, people would show up, so like, oh, so you're Scarecrow, huh? I'm like, yeah. And I already knew, like, oh, so they know they've heard about me and stuff like that. Like my homegirl that I'm pretty close to this day, when I met her, she had heard about my stories, how I was and stuff like that. And I met her through Hugo, my homie, and she was like, after we had talked off and on over the years and stuff like that. And I remember asking me, like, I remember telling her the first time we met, we were rolling on ecstasy, and she had brought her homegirls over, and I had already popped the pill of X, and Hugh had told me, yeah, I got some friends coming over, and I got this homegirl, and she's pretty cool, and she says she wants to meet you and stuff like that. I told her about you. I'm like, that's cool. It's what's up. It's whatever and stuff like that. So we were rolling, at a hotel party. John is cool people. You just meet for the first time. I know you. Yeah, it is. So because I already knew what's up. Like, oh, so they've heard about me. So then I was more than happy to tell them why I got the nickname and stuff like that. So she knew about me. She had heard about me. He had told her, yeah, we got this crazy motherfucker. He does a lot of crazy shit, and then call him Scarecrow, but he's cool as fuck. I'll be hanging out with him, and a couple of homies. I want to stop by and chill. If they're cool, whatever. So they ended up coming to the hotel, and I already started, popped the pill of X, and her and her homegirl showed up, and they started hitting me with like within 10 minutes. And it was their first time doing ecstasy. She had taken half a pill. Her other homegirls had taken a pill each. So it was already hitting me, and I was just like nothing. I looked at the girl while we were playing Tekken, and once it started hitting me, I just started, hitting the buttons real quick because I was already starting to roll. So then I just look over to the girls and I said, "Hey, can anybody give me a massage?" And the two homegirls were like, "What the fuck is wrong with this? With this?" He's like, "Did he ask for massage?" And of course, the homegirl that Hugo told me about, she was like, "I'll give you a massage." I was like, "Oh shit!" Like, all right, cool. So we went, behind the couch to the corner of the apartment, not apartment of the hotel, and we just sat down. And I just told her, like, hey, can you just give me like a regular massage and stuff like that? And she's like, okay. It's like, what's the massage for? I was like, oh, because I'm trying to, feel the ecstasy, and when it starts hitting you, it hits you more intense if you get a massage. So, oh, okay, that's cool. She started getting back massage, stuff like that, You started breathing heavy and stuff like that. And for about like 10 minutes straight, I was, oh shit. I was like, damn. I was like, that. When you're on X, you're friendly to anybody. So I was like, oh man, thank you. I really appreciated that. That's what I really need. Because when it hits you like that, you feel the intensity. You need something, to kind of level it out. So that was it for me. And of course, we have been, yeah. What's it for? So we had already been going to raves at that time. So I was already doing tabs every now and then. And it was her first time. And then, I was like, out there, like, do you want a massage? He was like, is it gonna do anything for me? I was like, how much did you take? She was like, I took half a pill. I was like, okay, give it a couple of minutes. So we were sitting down, I sat in front, she was, you know, like legs like that sitting down. So I sat in between her legs, and then she, we switched around, and she sat in between my legs and stuff like that. So I just, and then we had a little radio out there. So I put on some trance music, some Sasha and Digweed. That's at that time, that's what I like to listen to. You think if I paid a crackhead $10, I'd get an ideal back massage? No, you wouldn't, Krupa. You would not get an ideal back. You would get a half-ass back massage. You better find somebody who pops a X pill. You would get like the best massage of your life, that's for sure. But anyway, so we switched positions, and I got it from me. Of course, all my homeboys, people are like, when you bring homegirls over or whatever, people are gonna, guys are. It's just what it is. You're gonna try to hit on them. So I had a homie next to me and stuff like that. Like, hey, let her know what's up. I was like, all right. I just kept ignoring him and stuff like that. We were drinking a little bit too. So then she was like, I'm starting to feel kind of weird. It's like, yeah. She's like, okay. I was like, well, look here. Just go ahead and relax and just lean up against my chest, and I'll go in and start, massaging you, stuff like that. So, I just started working her arms, doing with the fingers up and tapping up and down. And then, yeah, Sasha and Digweed. No lie, junglist. That's what I listen to. Communicate. I went to their rave when they were here when it was the Delta Heavy tour, and I had just bought their album, their double album, Communicate. I still listen to that shit to this day. I love Sasha and Digweed. So I had that going on, and she was starting to feel it. So I just gave her, a normal typical massage that I would do, to anybody at a rave that would ask or whatever. And of course, I had Vicks and stuff. So I do the whole massage on the head, shoulders, and everything. And I got it good for like a good 10 minutes straight. And then she stood up and she was like, "Holy shit!" She's like, "That felt fucking good." I was like, "You forgot about them? You still listen to them in high school when I would trip?" Man, I still listen to all their stuff, Junglist, all their sessions. Delta Heavy. I got one of their Delta Heavy tours. I got one of Sasha's on my YouTube and stuff like that. But anyways, so me and her were chilling the whole night. Basically, just rolled out and stuff, and we didn't pop any more pills. And I guess she was a lightweight because it hit her pretty good, and I was used to popping like one tab, a one stack, a two stack, or a three stack, and stuff like that. So then my homeboy Hugo comes up and, hey, let's put on some Tupac. I'm like, all right, that's cool. He put it on, and me and her were just chilling, and she was jamming out. And I don't know if you guys have ever rolled with somebody, you kind of like build a connection. You start, opening up to each other and talking. So, we just started chit chatting the whole fucking night. Just she was just sitting there, just chilling in front of me. And the whole time I was just, massaging her and just chilling with her. And just my whole point was to make her, it was her first time. So I wanted her to have a good time. Meanwhile, homeboy over here was like, hey, trying to, grab up on her and stuff like that. I was like, hey, chill out. I was like, I was bullshitting, like, I'll let her know what's up. And then she was like, man, you know what? I feel very comfortable with you. She's like, can you go? Can you, I'm gonna stay here and chill with you for the rest of the night. And if it's okay, can you take care of me? I was like, man, don't worry about it. I know it's your first time. You've never popped X and stuff like that. I got you. I'll take care of you. So I mean, so that's all it was between me and her. We just chilled the whole night. I gave her a light show, and Cooper, you talk too much on E. No, we talked a lot. We did. But at the same time, I was still having her have a good time and stuff like that. I get very talkative on E. We're just chilling, have a good time. And I was just letting her, for her first experience, I wanted her to have a good experience. You know, Even if she wasn't going to do it anymore or whatever. You know, my first time was the shit. It was badass. My homegirls, took care of me and stuff like that because they were doing the same shit too. So we chilled. So I knew it was like, okay, well, first of all, she's the one that said that she was willing to give me a massage. So I was like, cool with that. And we sat there and chilled. We opened up, talked to each other, and then I knew we were gonna kick the whole night. And on top of that, I respected her boundaries. I never did was inappropriate with her. That wasn't my intention at all whatsoever. And when she told me to watch out for her and take care of her because I knew what these fuckers were up to, it's like any guy would, people are just trying to bang or whatever. So I know I got you and stuff like that. Once they started realizing they left us alone, so we were just chilling in the corner, just jamming at the Tupac the whole night, just tripping balls on E and stuff like that and everything. And to this day, she still remembers that night. She's like, that's the best night I ever had ever. She's like, I felt safe around you. I said I felt safe with you because you told me that that you would take care of me. You did, and you made you showed me a good time. And I told her, like, yeah, of course. What else? I mean, you tell me to to watch out for you. I'm gonna do that. I'm not gonna just leave you by yourself, being all fucked up off E because that sucks. Doing something new for the first time and not knowing how it's gonna affect you, and just by yourself, and you don't know what the fuck is gonna happen. So that we bonded off of that pretty much and stuff like that. And the fucked up part, well, what kind of crazy part is like I said, the people that I hung out were younger. So she had just turned 17 and I was 19 or 18. I was 18 because I was going to turn 19. I had no idea how old she was. And thank God I didn't do anything because she looked mature for her age. But to this day, we always joke about that. And she always told me, "Oh yeah, you took advantage of me." I was like, "Hell no, I didn't take advantage of you." He's like, "I wasn't going to begin with, but you were you were so kind and you were so nice to me that I had nothing to do but just to watch out for you, And that's why I told her I always tell her to this day. That's why we're so we're really good friends and everything and stuff like that because I'm always gonna have your back no matter what, even though we had it was a 1 year age difference. It's still had I known her actual age, there's no way I would have been like whatever, get myself her. I would have just dealt with them the rest of the night or whatnot. I wouldn't have talked to her, but if it wasn't for that, we never would have been really good friends to this day. And like she's like really really one of my she's one of my like best homegirls, my friend. And even she told me like after that, I was like, so why did you want to meet me? After we met up a couple years, hanging out, drinking and stuff like that, she would tell me, yeah, well, Hugo used because she was with Hugo. He was still in high school at the time or whatever, and he had told her about me, and she was like, yeah, well, I heard about you. They told me all these crazy ass stories about you, and I was like, I just wanted to meet you because you sounded like you were cool as fuck to chill with, and hang out. I was like, oh, for real? And I was like, what'd you hear about me? He's like, all I heard was that you and Hugo knew each other and you were going to come and chill with us. That's it. I didn't know nothing else, but I didn't know that you knew everything, almost everything about me and stuff like that. And she was like, yeah, I knew how crazy you were and you were chill that night and you watched out for me. And she told me, and I always thank you for that. I thank you for looking out for me. He's like, yeah, you're lucky I looked at her because these other cats were or want to do more than just look out for you. So and I'm glad that you said that you would want to chill for the whole night. But I know that keep telling damn well, I knew you were 17. No, none of that would have never happened. No way. Friendships always last longer. Yep, they do. To this day, we still talk, we still chit chat. She needs an open ear. I always tell her you can hit me up, text me anytime, and stuff like that. You know, I took her out for her birthday, not the year before, but the year when The Lion King came out, because I know she likes that movie. So I took her out for her birthday. We chilled and kicked it and stuff like that. Went to go have a couple drinks. After I got my haircut, in 2014, I went and hung out with her. She was shocked. She was like, I like your hair better like that. Things never really got going on between us and stuff like that. And I don't think it ever will because, that's how close we were. That's how close we are and stuff like that. And we've tried a couple of times, just never worked out just because of, at certain times it was her situation or my situation and stuff like that. The Lion King's the first movie at the movies. Yeah, no, I'm talking the remake or the Disney one, the live action or whatever. I took her to go see that for her birthday. But I remember seeing her look on her face the first time she saw me. She saw me with short hair. She was all surprised and everything. I got pictures. I won't share them because I don't want to, give away her identity. But she was happy, and I was glad I took her out for her birthday. She still owes me tacos though. I keep telling her one of these days. It's funny though because we always see each other like every 5 years. Ever since the first time we met, it's always been every 5 years that we always end up hanging out with each other and meeting up and catching up and stuff like that. So my big joke now that I'm up in age, I can tell her, well, in the next 5 years, you're gonna have to come bring me tacos to my graveyard and make sure you bring me some good beer and don't bring me no bullshit tacos. And she always told me, no, you need to stop saying shit like that. I was like, well, shit, then we need to stop seeing, meeting up and hanging out every 5 years and make it more often. But I take what I can get, and like I tell her, is like I cherish those moments with her because honestly, I don't really keep a lot of female friends in my life at all whatsoever. And her and another homegirl are probably the only two. I've never stayed friends with any of the women that I've ever been with in the past years because there was no point to it. You know, this is like SpongeBob and Sandy. They secretly have a romance. No, not anymore. I mean, she knows how I feel about her, and I always will. But it's like I say, better friends than not being friends. It's like that. What is it? That John Lennon song, whether as lover or as friends. In my life, I will always love you more, regardless. I've got mad love for her, and it's like it's the same for her with me. But yeah, that's what I always like is just meeting people that heard about me and wanted to hang out and be like, I want to see what this homeboy scarecrow is about and stuff like that. Yeah, sometimes people don't want to risk losing their friendship if things don't work out. And then Ninja Panda comes in and takes her away. Fucking homeless guy, you and your Ninja Panda. Yeah, but like I said, yeah, Scarecrow. Yeah, back in my young days, Scarecrow. I still am a crazy motherfucker, but I'm more mellowed out than I was back then. I'm not getting these days. I'm not getting guns drawn to my head, getting shot at, watching my homeboys fight at the bar, and then me just looking like, well, you're the one that talk shit. They didn't do nothing to me, or shit like that, or driving like an hour for a booty call or whatever, shit like that. Being at house parties and being known as like, hey, you're that guy that rolls the blunts, right? Yeah, that's me. I remember there was this one party at one of our homeboys' house. Parents were out of town. There was a 2-day party. This is where I met another girl who was way out of my league. I met her through her homegirl who was dating the brother of a homeboy who we were all cool with, and she would, bring us bud, and she always had, that white. And well, anyways, we're at this house party, and people were just chilling, drinking. I was in the backyard rolling blunts, and she had shown up. She was half Hispanic, half Mexican, half Salvadorian. I don't really date Hispanic women. She was the only one. And she was way out of my fucking league. That's for damn sure. But anyways, I was in the backyard. This yard had to have like 100 people in it, 50 inside the house. They had come from another party. They had her by a person that there was a house party. People started showing up and stuff like that. I was in the backyard just rolling J's, and my homegirl was like, "Hey, yeah, this scarecrow over here. It was the first night. She had gone back to that party the second night too, and she had come back the second night, and I was still, we came back, partied again, and then she was like, "Yeah, scarecrow's here." She had come on like, "Oh yeah, you're the guy that was rolling the blunts last night." I was like, "Yeah." It's like, "What's your name?" And me and her just started talking right there, hitting it off. And, she's like, "I smoke." He's like, "You smoke? Okay." He's like, "Gonna smoke this blunt with me?" She's like, "Yeah, I'll smoke with you." Like, all right, cool. So I did a roll one for her, me and her, and then for everybody else that was outside and stuff like that. And then from there, we just kind of, kicked it off and chilled and stuff like that. And then, she once again, she asked me, "So why do they call you Scarecrow?" And I told her the whole story. She was laughing. She's like, "Man, you're crazy as fuck," and stuff like that. So, we kicked it and chilled and stuff like that. But eventually, things didn't work out because I remember in my earlier streams, I had told you guys that, like, at that age, at that time, I was trying to settle down. And for me at the time, it was unfortunate, but these days, you looking at it as fortunate. I was like the rebound for most of the women that I was with at that time, and I didn't realize it at that time. Now I do. So I was a rebound for her. But man, we had so much fun. Just hanging out and being with each other and stuff like that. And then like my dumbass, tried to get serious with her, and that's when things ended and stuff like that. But we still stayed friends afterwards and stuff like that. But I'd seen her a couple times at the club, and she was like, "Oh, you should come hang out with me. We should have a couple of drinks, here and there." But even then, at that time, I was like, I'm not like, nah, I'm not trying to, go for that. It's either I'm, looking for something serious. I knew she wasn't, so that's why we never, bonded back together. And it was like that with a lot of the women back in my day. And that's why I never stayed friends with any of them, because I knew that it wasn't gonna be just that. So I'm pretty lucky that I have the two that I do, because they've been what you would call it. They've been very good friends to me, for me, and I've been the same way for them. But yeah, yeah, I was a crazy motherfucker in my 20s. Me and Scarecrow just tore shit up left and right. Jungless, you appreciate the stories? No, it's all good, man. I told y'all, I know I've been slacking. I'm telling y'all stories for the past couple weeks or whatever. I know homeless guy has been, wanting to hear the Scarecrow story, so I'm glad I got that out tonight. And then, hey, you guys are very lucky you got to see the Scarecrow pose. Like I said, it's been 10 years since I've done that pose and told the stories to anybody as to how the pose came about. So I'm glad you guys got to hear that. We're all faceless strangers here, but we're all cool. Yeah, we're strangers, but then again, we're not. Back 1,000 years ago, Scarecrow created the pyramids. Nah. By the way, that's not how I spell Scarecrow. Never have, never will. My name is Scarecrow with two Ks. Always with two Ks. You were halfway there, Junglist. Yep. Scarecrow with two Ks. Always. And that's how I introduced myself too. Like Scarecrow, yeah, with two Ks, not with no Cs. And I'm like, what the fuck? Like, that's just how it is. But yeah, when I was younger, yeah, scared, man, I would get into a lot of crazy shit. A lot of crazy shit. I think I'll save for next time. Either it was my birthday or my homeboy Doughboy's birthday, where we started the night drinking and then I ended up in my front porch, passed out with Whataburger food, untouched, at 6 in the morning. And then also tell y'all about the times about the time I had guns drawn on my head at the club. And then going to a hole in the wall bar at like 5 in the morning. I'll save those stories for next time. And no girl's like, what the fuck? Well, yeah, that's why they call me Scarecrow. And also probably tell some stories of going to the dope houses or going to, to the bootleggers, stuff like that. I pull up with the Scarecrow pose and I'm bulletproof. Yeah, I'm bulletproof if they know me, but if they don't, that Scarecrow pose ain't gonna do shit. Homeless guy, if you see me in Key Stream, should I call you Hugo or Scarecrow? That's interesting. Because I've thought about changing my name to Scarecrow, but not a lot of people would get it or understand it. HCX. I don't know, homeless guy. That's a really interesting question. Because almost everybody on the streams know me as Hugo, so I'm probably not going to change that. But I'll tell you what, if you want to, and during my streams, you can call me Scarecrow. Because I know if on Keith or John, if you call me Scarecrow, people aren't gonna know what the fuck is going on. But if anybody says hi, Scarecrow, I'll respond, especially if you guys know. So it's whatever you want to do. You're gonna go eat your dinner. All right, I'm on girl. You go and enjoy your dinner. Hope it's a good one. I think I might end up calling tonight too because I gotta get up early for Father's Day and stuff like that. I think I'll save the rest of the stories for another time. I might go live again tomorrow early. I'm not sure. We'll see. This was a good one, Junglist. Well, I'm glad you liked it. At least we finally got that out of the way as to why I'm called Scarecrow. And you guys got to see the pose. So I know it wasn't a lot of people that got to see it, but the few that did, let's just say you guys were blessed to see the Scarecrow pose. Yep, that's rare. And especially since it's been 10 years since I've done the pose. And that's saying a lot. But it was bound to happen because it goes with the story as to how I got my name. So it was a part of the story too. I will tell you what, those fucking cards got me though. Those fucking cards got me. I should mod Junglist. There you go. Say less. Homeless guy here, band, but yeah, I think I average like one night a mod at the most. So it's always good to have an extra one just in case. Damon will be here every now and then. Young D pops in and once in a while. Unknown Girl's always here, so I know I got a mod here every day, but it's always good to have another backup just in case. No problem, junglers. I mean, for 38 subscribers, the mods that I have ain't that much. Yeah, mods don't really matter when the viewers are low, but still, there's times where I'll miss, you know, where I have missed a spammer or an alt, but I haven't had the issue here lately. But I'd rather be safe than sorry. Well, yeah, I think I'm gonna call it a night, get something to eat real quick, and then just pass out and get ready tomorrow for some Father Day, you know, celebration, rubbing out, and just chilling, hanging out. So thank you all. I ain't banning anyone unless 20 bots come in spanning. See, like that shit. What dogs are awesome. Costco, 2 feet by 4 feet indoor, rectangle resin gray floating bank table. See, like that's a bot. Yeah, see, I know girl. I know girl already knows what's up. Just some random nonsense bullshit like that. Yeah. Man just came in to write his IKEA shopping list. He was sharing the information with us. Well, this ain't the channel for that. That is true. That is true. He won't know what to get now. But that name though, dogs are awesome, which is true. I can't stand cats at all. Do I go to sleep when I finish streaming or chill for a bit? I chill for a bit, like at least 45 minutes, and then pass out. Believe it or not, when I stream late at night, it helps me to end up, passing out once the stream is over with. Like right now, it's 3:10. I'll probably end up passing out here like at, yeah, it gets late for me. So it's like 3:10 right now for me a.m. So I'll probably end up passing out like about 3:45, 4 o'clock. If I were to stop, while I am. I know other times I end up in stream like at 3:30, so I'll go to sleep like at 4:30, 4:45. Nah, Junglist, I don't have a stake account at all. Ashley was asking me about that if I was gonna get like a Rubet or a stake account, but I think I finally figured out why I can't, stream through Streamlabs or Stream Elements is because my camera's just not, it can't handle it. So my laptop's like not, I want to say not compatible all the way, but compatible to stream. So I could never, show anything on stream if I wanted to, do something like that. I know we usually put a movie or YouTube video and fall asleep watching it. Yeah, it is good to have a little bit of time to chill before you go to bed. I usually just leave it on the weather channel and just pass out. I'm weird like that. Junglist, you fucked up and wanted to send me some dollars to gamble because you get a weekly and monthly bonus on the site. You earning $55 in a few days ago in 10 minutes. And that's how it happens, man. That's how it happens. But yeah, my laptop just can do the bare minimum. Like it'll stream through YouTube and that's it. But when it tries to stream to Streamlabs or Stream Elements, it won't do it. Like apparently the not the bit rate, but my camera, whatever it's set up as, it, it won't hold, or it's not a what call it, compatible with it. If you make an account, I'll try to save some bonuses and send some dollars your way. If I do some steaks or roux it, I'd like to do it, a show online, but I probably have to save up some money once I start working again and get like something better where I can actually stream properly. Because the laptop I have is an HP Pavilion 15, and I got this laptop like in 2012 maybe. As long as it doesn't turn to addiction, as long as I'm not like John or Keith, mostly like John. Well, if I do decide to make an account, I'll let you know. I'll let y'all know. But I would have to upgrade my laptop to something better that can handle streaming. Because I'm not gonna go and spend $2,000 or $3,000 to buy a desktop just to stream regular shit. It's gonna pay. If I could find like a laptop, that could do just basic stuff, and I would get that later on. Yeah, but like I said, this HP Pavilion HP 15, it's old as fuck. So I thought I would be able to stream through Streamlabs, but I get the same issue. The camera won't start up, and you know, save my money. Yeah, I do need to upgrade some stuff though. That's for sure. Because I'm old school, and I like to keep things simple. Simple. Only reason I have this laptop is just to pay bills, check emails, and just get on YouTube every once in a while. That's about it. But I haven't tried to check out though is because I'm on Wi-Fi, so that might be an issue. So I might try to connect the Ethernet cable to my router to see if that lets me stream the right way. So I might end up trying that out. If that doesn't work, then I know it's the laptop. Could get a PS4 and stream from that. Really? No, I'm running on Windows 10. Yeah, it's on Windows 10. Homeless guy, you can pop your toe knuckles like it's the 4th of July. You're running your shit on Windows 7 and you put your proceedings in 13 and your whole setup is outdated. Yeah, my laptop is old, but I was able to upgrade to Windows 10, and I've always been able to upgrade. Yeah, so I'm thinking I might just have to connect the Ethernet cable and see if that works. A koala just ran past your window. Do a speed test. Okay, I'm doing a speed test right now on Wi-Fi. So my Mbps download is 12.4 and my Mbps upload is 2.06. And that's on Wi-Fi. Upload is for streaming and uploading YouTube videos, for example. Hey, what's going on, Gear Freak? But see, like if I know my speed is good, the when I go through Stream Elements or Streamlabs to try to stream and open up the YouTube dashboard, to connect, it'll tell me that like it lags or whatever. That's why it doesn't show anything. That's why I thought it was through Wi-Fi. I'm at full connection on the Wi-Fi. So actually, you know what? I took a picture of the message that said as to why my screen wasn't working, and it said, so the error I got was YouTube is not receiving enough video to maintain smooth streaming. As such, viewers will experience buffering. And then the next one I got is like, please check the video resolution. The current resolution is 825 by 840, which is not optimal. So it has to do with my video resolution. But if my shit is buffering, that's what I thought, that it could be my internet connection also. 852 by 480, which is not optimal. So I've tried to change the video resolution, but I'm not sure. I think I did it right. Yeah, it hasn't because I've just been live streaming directly through YouTube on Grow. But when I try to stream through Stream Elements or Streamlabs, that's when I get the error message. 'Cause, yeah, like I've got everything set up, my overlays on both Streamlabs and Stream Elements. It's just it won't work when I try to stream through OBS through either one of them just because of that issue. Yeah, see, I thought it was the camera too because it's a built-in camera. Plexus tech support. I would ask him, but like I don't know him like that at all, you know. And I don't want to ask him. And believe me, I've been trying to figure this shit out ever since I started. Yeah, he's always busy. That's why I want to ask him. Maybe ask Keith if he has that issue. I thought about asking Keith, but I don't really really want to bother him either. Jungless, he helped you one time because the problem was probably stupid when he's busy. Yeah, like I said, I'm gonna try to do the Ethernet cable and see if that works, which I'm thinking it might. So we'll see what happens. If not, then I don't know. I'll have to just keep googling like I have been. How about my memory and CPU? See, I don't even know about all that, and I thought about that too. As far as how old my laptop is, it's an HP 15, so that's pretty old, and I know it's old because I got it a long time ago. And I've never been on top of this laptop like I was on my Dell. As far as like upgrading RAM, memory, and all that stuff, I would have to look into that also. Yeah, nothing's happening when I do Control Shift Escape and click at the same time. Let me look it up. Oh, there we go. Task Manager. You have a good night, and all, girl. So I don't need Task Manager, or maybe, but my system information came up. It's a HP 15 notebook, and total memory is 4 gigs, and the processor is Intel Pentium CPU N3520 2.16 gigahertz. So I only got 4 gigs of memory and 2.16 gigahertz. What the fuck? Damn, a lot of shit popped up. What the hell? Okay, there's my CPU performance. So 4 gigs is probably too low. So I should just look into see if I can upgrade it then, right, young list? I mean, I have noticed a couple times where I have multiple tabs open, which I do now, and try to open other programs. It'll stall a little while. So that might be the same thing with trying to stream through the Stream Elements or Streamlabs. Yeah, like I said, this is an old laptop, so 4 gigs back then it was like, you know, semi a lot or whatever. I don't know about this one, but on my Dell laptop, I could upgrade. I don't know about this HP 15. I'll probably have to look into it see if I can or not. If I can't, then I'm fucked. I'll just have to, get something later on or just keep on doing the scuff streams, which sucks because I really want to, do some gaming streams and stuff like that. But like I said, I'm not gonna buy a $3,000-4,000 CPU desktop unit. Yeah, this laptop was just for the basics, so I'll probably doubt I could upgrade it. But if I keep doing this more and more, then I'll try to upgrade and see what happens. But yeah, thank you for guiding me through a little bit, just so I know what's going on, Junglist. I'm gonna definitely look into it and see what I could do, and then I'll let you know what's up. If not, it's gonna be scuff streams until I can, scrounge up some cash, to upgrade my shit. Cause I'm old school. I just stick to the basics, and what I have is what I work with. I'm not big on, spending big money, but if I'm gonna, try to keep doing this on, a couple few days basis, on a weekly basis, then, you know, I might want to consider upgrading. Nothing wrong with these streams. Well, shit, as long as y'all keep enjoying the streams, it's it. It is what it is. But I know a lot of people, a lot of y'all. Like I have like 1,000 people. Now there's a few that want to see me do some gaming streams. Maybe I can do that without having to, you know, do other shit. But I doubt it. If I can't stream through OBS or whatever, then I'm pretty sure I can't do gaming streams at all. But if y'all, you guys like the late night lounge, then I'll keep doing the late night lounge. But yeah, eventually, sooner or later, I'm gonna have to, get with the program and upgrade. So we'll see. No PUBG Mobile, homeless guy. No PUBG Mobile. Well, all right, guys. I'm about to pass out. Have myself a good night and just chill out, relax. Father's Day tomorrow. I got a big day, so we'll see what happens. And thank you all for joining us tonight. Krupa, Junglist, Unknown Girl, thank you for being here. Meme Dealer, thank you for, meeting me here tonight. Young D was here earlier. Damon was here earlier. Thank you all for stopping by, hanging out on the Late Night Lounge. Hope you guys enjoyed my stories tonight, and I got plenty more for y'all. Don't worry about it. At least we finally got out as to why I'm called Scarecrow, and you guys got lucky to see the Scarecrow pose. So for that, it means a lot to me. So you guys have a good night and enjoy yourselves tomorrow. And don't forget, show your dad, your father figure, or whoever raised you, you know, show some appreciation for him tomorrow night and let him know how much you love him. So on that note, thank you guys for showing up tonight. Guys, peace out.